Atlanta with Sara. And here's the Cosmic Activation Retreat. I will soon bring my beautiful Sara into the screen to share an incredible journey with us. And yes, for the Facebook family, welcome, 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 welcome. I'm going to keep welcoming you and calling upon you right now to be here with us. And you guys, you can, whatever you add. I'm a little bit loud. I'm just getting all the technical part in place. We are live on Facebook, and I got the notification from the YouTube. We are live also on YouTube at a Light channel if you wish to watch there or share it with your friends. Thank you for being here tonight for the third session for the day. And yes, we have 3 more days to go of the Cosmic Activation Retreat at a Light here. And I'm very blessed to be with you, humbled with his great experience of growth and expansion. While we'll give you a couple of minutes to settle in and give Sara the time to start maybe sharing this live on her page. And you guys, please, beautiful family, I would love you to share love and light with us. Share this live with as many friends as possible. Share it on your page, on your groups you follow, and you can also start a watch party. Before we get into the juicy talk with Sara about Light-Preneur, which is something new to me as well, and I'm so looking forward to hear more about it and how to create a balanced, abundant life as a light worker. Yes, we need further activation on this matter. Before we do so, I would share with you the video we've created for this retreat, so you can tune into the energy. You tune with me into this beautiful space. So,
in oneness we come, one family, one heart. To divine service we vow, in this here and now. I no more can deny, my soul sings, I am that I am. I am love, I am light, I am all is I. Thank you, Mother Earth, for your diamond light. My heart expands and I awake. No more to deny that voice inside. I am awake to who I am. A child of light, a divine sovereign being on my journey back home. Oh beloved, today is the now. Spiral inwards to be you, the light.
yes, beloved, it's all entrusted in divine service. It's all offered with blessing and grace for each of you who's watching with us, watching now, watching later the replay, just to flood our container with your love and support. We thank you, and we are very grateful for your presence. And the ones who are watching right now, you want to connect with Sara, you will find all the details in the post about tonight's session, with all the links to Sara's page. And if you want to connect with her on a deeper level, so you can do so. If you have any questions and comments, please leave them in the comment below, and we will answer all your questions and share with you from that space of the heart. Welcome, welcome, Welcome. And the blessings of this retreat are numerous. They are coming from that space of the heart where my cosmic healer brothers and sisters who are sharing their medicine and their healing and their wisdom with us have gifted this retreat, these sessions for the collective, so we can ascend together, so we can expand together, and these are deeper activation. Tonight's session is also very juicy topic, and especially for all of us light workers who are in this journey of healing, and our relationship to money and abundance is a little bit misunderstood, and the perception about it is a little bit shaky. So tonight with Sara, we're gonna learn how to become a Light-Preneur, and what is a Light-Preneur, and how to create an abundant life, being on a spiritual journey, living the divine in this human experience, and live it to the fullest. So I will bring Sara into the screen with me, and I want to introduce Sara because she is like a little bit, I don't know, when you ask somebody to introduce themselves, I don't know, what would I say? I know she's got a lot to share with us, and she's an incredible, not only incredible being, a mother, a conscious light worker, a conscious mother, and a channeler, even though she's still that part of her, she's keeping it to herself, and she is an incredible, what can I say, a friend of mine. And my love for her is beyond this physical connections. Sara lives in Atlanta. She's also from Lebanon, like me, and our connection goes beyond the physical, as I said, and we connect deeper as a soul level, and it's always holding each other and supporting each other even from afar. Tonight Sara is here with me, and I love also to extend my birthday celebration and wishes for Dan, her youngest boy. Sara, you can unmute your, I'll do that. Kindly unmute yourself and join us with your beautiful shine and smile. And yes.
I didn't know I was muted. I was just silent.
What here you are now, live and alive with me. And yes, if you got to share about Sara in one line, what would it be?
Oh, in one line? Okay.
Sara in one line. I'm not gonna make it hard on you.
You know, I just met Sara this morning, and it seems that she's a nice, simple person who loves to enjoy every day despite all the fogginess outside, because it's a foggy day here in Atlanta. I'm a mom, a title that I really want to always bring first, because this played a tremendous role in my life journey and my spiritual transformation. And again, when I say I'm a mom, it doesn't have to be anyone can bring this role inside, because we can take care of anybody who needs care. So motherhood is a concept. And here I want to bring a new title, which it's not new. People around me knows it. I like to be called a life conceptpreneur, because I believe everything is a concept, like motherhood is a concept. So I'm a mom of 3 boys. My first experience as a mom, I was in the always making sure to tell my kids, I'm not your mom. We are all the kids of Mother Earth. I'm just taking care of you, feeding you, watching on you. But now with Dan, I changed, and this is a really good story to share, to start with, because we change a lot. So what I just introduced to you now might be tomorrow someone else. So let's meet that's why we should meet ourselves at the morning to get introduced to ourselves first, and then be able to talk about ourselves. So with my third baby, Dan, I feel like this motherhood took some years to become like a feeling, an emotion, and a lifestyle. So it helped me to run my my job before I started my business. I used to work for, be employed. So I could sense how being a mom taught me to be a better person, a better, more successful even at my work, more patient, more compassionate. My tolerance increased tremendously. My understanding became like tripled in size. So this is why I love to talk about this, like I'm a mom, because I can say, like, yeah, it took me some years to uh, really digest this honorable title, and now I feel like, okay, now I can say it with all confidence. So I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter. I wear all these are things we do, roles we play, but deep down, we are simple person seeking joy, seeking love, seeking peace and happiness. And I'm sure I share this with so many who are watching. And I want to thank every single person now who's giving us from his precious time to watch. And we're gonna try to be talking as like from the heart, to transmit the experience that we went through, and maybe you can be inspired, or maybe you can choose to do something different. So
Actually, when you were just sharing how your journey with motherhood changed, you have embodied motherhood. That's where you reach to the embodiment part, which is a very long journey. It's very beautiful. We've been talking about embodying ourselves and concept of ourselves. So today you brought embodiment of motherhood within you. This is so beautiful.
absolutely, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, sharing from the heart and going with the flow of the energy. Nothing is
Yeah, and I was telling you before we went live, uh, the hardest question for me is introducing myself, not because I don't know about myself, but because when we talk about the I am, which is a multidimensional aspect, and finding the right words, sometimes I feel like there is a distortion, in the message. And as I was telling Area, please don't tell me to introduce myself, because this is like, I can tell you what I do. Okay, now I'm a mom. I do take care of my kids. I do run a business online. I do my spiritual work at all levels. I do run a normal life, but who I am, I'm still finding those answers. And this is the ultimate purpose, I think. And sometimes we just ask this question: introduce yourself, who are you, or what do you know, like, but I prefer to say, what do you do? Easier. So guys, don't feel,
agree on that. What do you do?
yeah. And
Yeah.
it's very tricky. I found it very tricky because sometimes when we label, like we label ourselves with I am this, it sometimes can have, some create some heaviness, and some we become and like we put ourselves in a box. So and also I will share with you an experience. 4 years ago, I was working with a business coach to start my own business. And those marketing ideas that you have to define who you are, what you're gonna be doing, and who your niche will be. And for somebody who thinks that he's the universe, like she's the universe and the universe is her, like, oh my God, how can I be telling that I will be only doing this, and this is my my tag? It's impossible. And I spent days and nights trying to answer. He gave me some questions to answer so he can give me the branding. We work on branding. And this is where life concepteur came to my mind, because life concepteur, I just want to guys introduce you to this. And my also dream is to see every single person realizing that he is or she is a life concepteur. From these nights and days trying to answer who I am and to whom I'm gonna be addressing in my business, I found out that everything, even the word business, is a concept, and motherhood is a concept. And then I started really working on this as like, what concepts, like what are these concepts? My life, what is life? So this is, I start digging and digging, and here also it came out the title and my program, which is Open the Eye of All Eyes, which is a 360-degree life concept program. It helps. I can tell you guys, finding and defining concept is the most important step you can start doing today, because I realized that we repeat words without having, we don't have any definition, for these words. Like when I say life, who knows what I mean? What does this mean? What is life for me? And definitely these are concepts. The concepts are the building blocks of our thoughts. So very important to find them, define them. And I always say, if you create your own dictionary, when you say life, you should have an understanding, a clear idea about this concept, what you mean by this word. When I say mother, what is a mother in your idea? Because when we say motherhood, for me means something, for you, Era, means something else, for another mom it means another thing. So these are concepts like love, like success, like failure. These are dangerous words we use every day without even realizing what they mean to us first. Like if we say, I want to be successful, what is success? Do you know? I asked these questions to myself, and this really shifted everything in my mind and made me go into a totally different level of clarity. So this is why I like the word life conceptioner. It's a dynamic title because every day you can clarify a concept, you can add to a concept that you have already clarified, and it keeps you vibrant with life. Life is not as a dynamic process. So giving yourself a title or just saying I am this is you're creating something like, like putting sticks in a wheel. So make sure always when you want to introduce yourself and see yourself in a progressing dynamic process. Very, very important, because we evolve a lot, we change a lot.
This is exactly what I was feeling as you're talking, that accelerated change that we've been going through and we have gone through. And I know you have your booklet, the guidebook that you have on this Open the Eye of All Eyes. And I hope you'll have some workshops very soon for all the ones who are ready to shift their life into better concept and better understanding of life. So I hope we will hear from you soon on some workshops on the topic.
Yeah, actually, this is gonna happen definitely. What I know, let's also talk a little bit about Light-Preneur, because now the word entrepreneur is very trendy, very in, okay? And I also, before rejecting or taking anything, I like to bring the thing and sit and look at it from all aspects. So the word entrepreneur for me was like something, like became a cliche. And again, starting this my business and trying and being through a lot of work experience and personal spiritual experience, I struggled a lot to find balance. So Light-Preneur, I realized that there are so many people like me who are thirsty for freedom, who are thirsty to go live life at their own terms, who believe that they are in this lifetime to play a role in someone's life, and helping and clarifying things and supporting, so they feel they have a mission. So a lightpreneur is someone who really feels he has a mission or she has a mission to change, to help, and at the same time, and believes in freedom, believes that making living should not be something that you have to compromise your freedom, your time to just make a living. So he's someone who try to live life on his or her own terms while making money. And I digged a lot to find this, and I struggled because you know why? In my life coaching journey, most of my clients and most of my family, let's talk about spiritual people, they started fighting from their own family. You know, like I remember when I was in the middle of my, like, I don't want anything from this life. I just want to leave and go live in the Himalayas. I don't want to go to work. You know, we all go through these struggles that I want my freedom. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to be involved in mundane things, because I want just to be roaming in the forest, doing what I love to do, meditating, joining spiritual retreats. So at that time, I was not working. At that time, I was sitting. Okay, my husband, you are used to take charge of my expenses. And this, I considered it. After a while, I reflected on it, and I was listening to every single person talking to me that, yeah, Sara, it's easy to say, go seek your spiritual journey, go listen, fulfill the spiritual thirst, because you are living, you know, you have your husband who pays your bills, because you don't have to worry about money. Okay, so, and this opened my eyes to a role, to a mission that for me, to serve light, I should play the role of saying, I'm financially independent. I live my light and I spread light and I seek light, but I don't need anybody. So this, and I can do it in a city, in a village, on top of the mountain, in the middle of the downtown. It shouldn't be conditioned by any geographical location or condition like job or not job. So I sat with myself another like long days and said, Sara, it's either you be a good example of lightpreneur who just go to a corporate job, run business, do everything and say, yes, light should not be separated from being here in the middle of what I used to call not my place. I should be able to find my place everywhere. And wasn't easy, guys, but this is why I want to talk about it, because I know many people are thirsty to spend more time with themselves and learn and understand about life. They have big questions. They have a lot of thirst to learn why they are here, the purpose of their presence in this life. So, and this can create imbalance. This can create struggle to run a normal life and try to find these answers. And this is why I feel like my mission is to facilitate this, because I've been through this. I struggled a lot, and I've been shot a lot with a lot of judgment that, yes, like even my close family, my uncles, my cousins, okay, what you say is nice, but this will not feed our stomach. This will not help us run a normal life. And they are right. I realize that they are right. If I want to speak and represent the light, the truth, the spiritual dimension as in this body, I should be able to play exactly their role with an added value. So I decided, I stopped everything. I said, Sara, go. I start after being 4 years sitting in my room in Dubai, just in another world. Everybody around me knows. They used to call me Sara lives in her la la land. I said, okay, now I want to start. I found a job. I started working 6-7 hours a day with 3 kids. And now without losing my peace, without losing my quality lifestyle. And then I put myself in a strong position, and then I say, listen, don't tell me you can't seek your spiritual journey because you have 9 to 5 job. I have 9 to 5 job like you. Don't tell me you can't seek your spiritual journey because you have 3 kids. I have a kid. I have wife. I have a spouse. I have a house. I'm exactly like you. If I can do it, so can you. This is what I wanted to prove, and not preaching anything before living it. So this is how the concept of Light-Preneur started in my head. I don't use it a lot. This is the first time through your retreat that I really want to talk about it, and I like to see it more common now that we are Light-Preneurs. We are in the middle of this life, in the middle of the streets, in the streets working, not away, not far from here, not just, leaving and going somewhere else to seek our spiritual journey. This can be done in the middle of exactly where you are now. Okay, it's feasible and it's doable. And if you need help and details, it's not the right place now to talk about this, but I'm ready to share more. And this is where I see myself doing more retreats to help you guys get the balance between living a spiritual, light life while doing pure mundane things. There is no contradiction at all. I could balance it, and I feel so happy, so joyful, and so at peace.
This is exactly what each one of us, longing for, to live this human experience to the fullest, embodied our divinity within it. And this is an affirmation to what we invoked on the opening ceremony with all the cosmic healer who joined that day. We were just affirming and activating the merging of the divine and the mundane in our existence. And today you are just bringing that to embodiment of that, and you're a perfect example. I'm gonna back up a little bit on the time you spent in your La La Land, in your place in Dubai. And I know there was a great book that came through sitting in that La La Land, and you were channeling the Arcturian and the activation of the 12 strand DNA. You received the great downloads, and you received the full body activation. So I can't say you were not in that spiritual height of yours. It's just a different perspective to life. And I was just before we came into the life, you were just like flooding into my consciousness, and I was feeling into that activation through the Arcturian that you've received, and how it is going to come full circle for you when you are ready to embody that and to share this powerful teachings with us. I know you are, where it's heading, but also you have this valuable, very, very valuable jewel, the channeling of the Arcturian that you receive, and it is encoded within you. And I think this is the guidance that you're receiving to do along the way. It is always that everything comes in divine timing.
Yeah. Thank you so much for bringing up this. I've been, like you are a close person. You know what I went through. It was 4 years that, I don't know where I was. Physically, I was in my room in Dubai, but I really went through very deep transformation, deep spiritual experiences, very, very deep. Was sometimes, hard to balance after, those who went through similar experiences know what I'm talking about. It's not easy to find this balance once you are going through really like different realms, different paradigms, and being into this pure energy where the body is no more, and then you still have this body. So it was not easy. I don't like to talk a lot about it because it's something that multidimensional. So words talking about in a like with the singularity of the language sometimes will be not as a little bit confusing for someone who has not been in this situation. And I don't also like to a lot bring it out, because I don't want people to think that if you don't go through this kind of transformation that there is something wrong with you, and that you cannot go where I'm telling you it's nice and beautiful. Let me say that something, that we don't need a lot of, doesn't mean anything if we don't go through deep transformation, if we don't see things, if we don't leave the body and go into other dimensions. We don't need to do that. That's a blessing if it happened, and that's as well can be painful. It's not an easy journey, and Era, it's spiritual transformation, like journeys are not like we see on social media, sitting, closing. There is a lot of digging, pain, as much as joy, but there is a lot of changes that take place in our inner, which makes us sometimes tired, exhausted, not easy to run a normal day. Thank God I was blessed to have had the balance and could go out with beautiful outcome, beautiful change, beautiful wisdom. And yes, all I could put most of these channeling in one book, and this book is it's called Arcturus 0.0. It's in Arabic, and the right time will come when we talk about this language, because even if it's in Arabic, the Arabic there is even those who read Arabic, sometimes when they read in it, they say like, what are you talking about? But this is where
Exactly.
this is where I've been, and I'm still there, but we're just being aligned now. And I'm telling you guys, you don't have to think that if you don't remember who you were in previous lives, because I hear this a lot. Okay, let me say something. Why I don't talk about it? Because most of the people say, Sarah, have you had your past life regressions? Did you remember who you are? And I say yes, and they want to know who, please tell us, share with us what about your previous lives. And it's like, I am who I am now. Like, this is the result. What you see is the result. What you care about, that what I'm gonna tell you about is half of me. Now this is all of me. So you don't have, and this is exactly how you, as exactly every single person. So who we are in this now is our perfect manifestation, is our perfect consciousness. We don't need to worry like, oh, I don't know, I want to remember, I want to do this healing where I remember, and I stopped using the word healing even. That I am a certified reconnective energy healer, but I don't use it anymore, because let me tell you what I learned from these 4 tough years with myself, going everywhere around this universe, within and without. I learned that we are perfect, and we learned that we are all light workers, regardless. Every single person watching now, even if whether you believe it or not, you are a light worker. You are in your perfect manifestation. You are with your best potentiality. Okay, you don't need to remember anything. You just need to realize it. That's all. So I went through all this. That's fine, good for me, and it's good if you go through this, but it's not a must. And we don't need healing. Let me tell you something, guys. You don't need healing. Healing means that there is something wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. You just need some calibration, okay? Fine tuning. You just need some clarification. And this is why I insist in my message about clarity, and the clarity starts by doing very simple exercises, very simple mind practices. Sometimes it doesn't have to be, you can run it, you can do it anywhere. Okay, in the restaurant you can do it. You can just sit in a restaurant, get a notebook, and say, okay, life, what is life for me? Clarify this concept for yourself. Just ask yourself, when you say I am, who is this I am talking? Which part of me is saying? Just sit and do this. The only duty, if there is a duty to do, is just talk to ourselves and spend quality time with ourselves. And from there, you can go beyond Arcturus, beyond, like, this is why I don't talk about it, because you can get, I went to places, to the ultimate, and then I'm here now. So you get me? So I choose to be here now. And why you don't have to do all of this. You're perfect. You are responsible of this now, regardless of what you went through yesterday, the year after, the generation before. This is the now, and this is what I came out from these 4 years in solitude and in really deep tissue digging.
I do agree with you on the healing part, because it's overrated, the word healing itself, and then it always correlated with something broken to be fixed, or something wrong to be adjusted or aligned. But when healing is just to experience your presence at all dimensional aspect of reality, if the concept of healing, as we said, everything in life is a concept. And if the concept of healing is just to allow the person, to guide them on a journey to experience themselves, that's when you bring healing. And it has to start from that aspect. I'm not broken to be fixed, but healing takes me into that journey to experience my multidimensionality.
Absolutely. And this is why the wording is very important. And you know what, I still go to, I have, friends, all my friends are energy healers. And when I go to them, I tell them, please, for me, do an energy healing is like, for some people, they want to go do manicure or pedicure, or go do face massage. For me, this is the pampering that I like to see, like more, like now you go around the streets, you see beauty salons or beauty spa. For me, the ultimate scenario is you go like, hello, I'm booking for sound healing, sound massage, sound pampering, sound spa. I like it to be more presented that it's a pampering, it's needed. We always need this. Even masters, even gurus, even coaches, we all need this, because we are here in this, body. We need to recharge
the energy. Exactly.
Yeah. So,
and that's what I kept mentioning. Healers need healers. And this is why we're here, nourishing each other and feeling into each other's presence and medicine and healing. And as like what's really now sinking in this sentence that I've shared few months back, when I started with Nerika healing, and the first message that came through, healing is to experience yourself at multi-dimensional aspect of your existence. That was the message that first came to me when I started off with Nerika. And now you are just giving the affirmation. It's all about that concept that you build on, and it becomes your reality. And yeah, we do need each other. We do need that healing.
Definitely.
We do need that healing so we can experience.
Yeah. And again, it's I chose to be talking and to be working and to be addressing to everyday people, right? Everyday people, because the healers, spiritual people, they don't need a lot. They know this. And I felt the need is where people, they don't want to hear about spirituality. They don't want to hear about meditation. They are blocked about these things. So I chose to go here, to go to this aspect of or this slice of the society, of the people around me. And I chose that I want to be talking and seeding nicely, gently, with love, those minds who think that we don't need this. Okay, we don't talk to us spiritually about spirituality. No, tell me about facts. Tell me. I chose to talk to these people and do the transformation from there, and it's working because I could find the language, the communication, and the simple approach. And this is why I think the change, and we all know that there are a lot of changes happening now on earth. A lot of systems are collapsing, new systems are gonna be born, and we're manifesting this. Even those who used to avoid thinking of a change, they are realizing now and becoming more aware that yes, something is going on. Yes, we cannot anymore deny it. So talking to this slice of this society for me was a must, because you and me, I don't want to address you anymore. You don't need me. You don't need anything. You know how to go to find yourself. Even when you fall, you pick yourself up. But I felt the call to go and talk to those who are really like not ready to do any change. And two, I also felt the call that if the system that always as spiritual people, we used to feel living in an unfair system, I felt the call that I have to go in this system and start making a change. Because I don't believe that leaving and going somewhere and complaining about it is going to solve that problem. And this is why I said, okay, Sarah, pick yourself up, go find a job, work, deal with all these people, deal with all these corporations, with all how many times you feel like you don't belong here. Okay, but I worked that yes, I want to be in their shoes and see how they see things and try to find a common point where we can start a real change together. This is why as well the universe put me into the digital space where the future is, where you have, I've never imagined myself being online or spending time using social media platforms. Never ever. I've been always enclosed, introvert, sitting in my corner by myself. But the call was very, very powerful, that Sarah, if you want the system to change, it's you who has to change it. It has to start with you. You should live the change. We cannot say, okay, I'm not, complaining. Time to take action. Time to take action. All lightpreneurs, and most of us are lightpreneurs. Every single person is a lightpreneur if you dig deep inside of you guys. Okay, we have to change what we are complaining about. And the change starts how? By taking action. And how you start taking action? By learning. You have to learn. Okay, we have internet, we should learn about the internet. We have a body, we should learn about our body. And for me, the internet gave us people like me and you and any person around us a great golden opportunity where we can find answers, where we can really look for opportunities for change, get idea, be inspired. All right. So this has transformed me. And this is why I said, I want to also transmit this transformation. I want to let it spread. And this is why I started my digital business. And I love what I love about it. And I have passion to help people starting, especially lightpreneurs, especially those who are really seeking and thirsty for freedom, for flexibility, for time, but at the same time, they need the money. We guys need the money. I don't like to see any spiritual person, any healer, any person who represents the light to be in a weak position where money is his weakness. I don't like to see this anymore. I want to see that we do meditation, but we have good bank accounts. I have very good means to do what I like to do, because we were being shot in the legs for years that spirituality is good, but we cannot live with spirituality. And it's the time for us to make it happen, to prove them wrong, okay, by just showing that I can do my meditation, I can do my breathing, I can believe in my all multidimensional aspects. I'm aligned with my body, mind, and the universe. I'm everything that, more than what I used to think I am. And I use the internet, I make money, I have my financial independence, I have my house, I live in the middle of the city if I choose, or I live on top of the mountain if I choose. This is the power that I think we have to start working on, Light-Preneurs. And I'm here to support anybody who's willing to, and join hands, because I need also support. We always need support. We always need help. So nobody think that somebody could reach a stage where help is not needed, because we're always growing and evolving and unfolding to new aspects of ourselves. So we always need each other. And I'm here, giving you my hands, waiting for your hands, and let's start the change. Let's make a better system by starting something, by taking action today.
I'm on this with you, and we've already discussed it a few times. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. It's just the time to just set the foot into this digital digital business, as we've been talking, because everything is shifting. And look at us, we're just talking in front of our screen and doing our work.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we are the bosses of ourselves. We can do the work we love to do and own it and be in charge of our life, and still yet have that financial independency and have this that's abundance that within our life. And it has to start from realizing that money is not bad, and we do need it on the spiritual journey to be the light, to spread the light, and live this light and be.
Yeah, definitely. Money, if you ask me about money, like, look, if I want to put my vision board, sometimes I'll always read about vision boards. I've never had one, to be honest with you guys. And every time I bought the board, by the way, I have it. It's been here for 7 months now in the closet. Didn't bring it to start working, because every time I think like, okay, what do I need? I have full satisfaction. I'm someone that really, and I'm so grateful to this feeling. I feel satisfied, okay? But I have to pay my electricity bill. I have to pay for my iPhone. Now we're talking through this phone. I have to buy it. There are basic needs. And we have to be, always not behind. We should be up to where we are now. So maybe 20 years back, you can live in a different with less, or you don't need this amount of money. But now there's no shame in saying I need money. I need money because this is a mean, like I need a car, like I need a house, like I need a phone. So it's not the money that we need, the paper. We have different needs. And now we cannot say, let me tell you something. If I want to tell you about living in balance while being, being a mom, a working mom, or a working parent, or, I have to be doing this. I cannot lecture someone or talk to people about, or giving recipes about how to be a working parent if I'm not a parent first. If I'm not working, I should be experiencing it. This is a strong point for me. I don't like to tell you guys about anything if I've never been in it. I have to be in the same shoes so I can tell you exactly how it feels. Otherwise, I cannot be telling you how to run a balanced life if I'm not on the same page with you. So I have to be on the same page, and I did it. I worked hard, and I don't like sometimes, when you have this, my mind has tendency to go very wide, in a second I go and become on a different planet sometimes. Like even words, I don't find words to talk, like it's different language that I start talking. But I make the effort to ground myself, open my laptop and learn how to do digital marketing, how to create a website, how to do this, because I'm responsible. I'm responsible. This feeling of responsibility towards myself, towards my family, towards my mission, as someone who always talk about feeling good, finding the peace, finding the joy, inner joy. So I have to do what the other people are doing and find the right recipe, right? So this is what I'm doing on a daily basis. And what I love the most, and this is a dream that I had long time ago about my online business, is not, it's not only mine. There are many other online business, but this is why I love this option. You know, when I used to be an employer and work, I used to be a manager, and we had to hire people and do interviews. And for me, seeing any person like my guru, sometimes I see them, I see every single person an inspiration for me. I see their potentiality. I cannot judge people or say this is good, this is not good, based on whether they have a degree in this or not, or they have the right working experience, years. For me, was like, oh my God, this is so unfair. What system is this? What if they have a genius mind? Why they are not letting them in so I can talk to them? Because, you know, you do the screening when you hire people, they submit their CVs. And the concept of CV used to make me feel like not easy to digest, the concept of, oh, I have to represent myself through a paper where I say what I did, like I've been to this in this position from this year to this year, and I did these tasks. For me was like, oh my God, I'm much bigger than that. People are much bigger than that. Their minds are much deeper than what you are asking them to talk about. So I was like always seeing the unfairness in the system. I've always felt offended at the human level of why this has to be this way. And now I can't tell you guys my joy when I see any person in this business, my business partners joining the business, who have not any experience, nothing, okay? Nobody asks them, where do you come from? Where were you before? What's your experience? It's, for me, this is an achievement. Having the possibility to just run your own business without any unsuccessful business, because, you know, when we talk about automation, you're not taking big risks, guys. I can tell you, automation, you learn how to run it, it runs. It's a computer, so it doesn't need a lot of magic. The seeing people without degree making thousands, 6-7 figures a month, raising families, changing their lives from really not fortunate lifestyle to much better lifestyle, for me, it's happiness. I can't tell you how happy it is. This is what I want to see. And I would tell my kids, 2 days ago I was talking about them, this CV, don't think that you're gonna apply for a job. Go, guys, find a way, create a way where you have fair possibility like anybody else, you know. So this is what I love also about the online business, and it gives a freedom, it gives fairness to us as a human. You know, nobody question you. Did you work this? What is your experience when you were doing this job? Excuse me, do you want me in 2 minutes to talk and explain? Maybe it's not my good day. Maybe I don't feel well today. We are a human. And they judge you, and you lose your job, or you lose an opportunity because nobody knows what's going on. And you have to prove yourself in 20-30 minutes. And you have to feel, sometimes you see people like, you know, feeling the misery that, oh, my parents didn't send me to high school. Oh, I don't have master's degree, so this is why my life is miserable. It used to kill me, honestly speaking. Now, seeing anyone have this option, can jump in, run, make money, buy the car that they love, whatever you want to do, guys, go do. Just be happy and have fun. For me, life is about that. fun, joy, and the indicator of awakening for me, of spirituality, is the degree of your joy. How much joy and fun you can have per day. It's not about, for me, this is how I see spirituality. If I see you having fun and joyful, that's perfect. You're on the good track. Keep it.
You just came down to basics, practical it's very interesting actually, and it's gonna put a lot of us on track, and to try to start seeing ourselves and our journey in different perspective. And there was a question that came into the comment, and I will share with you, maybe you'll have some highlights on it.
Yeah.
So I was saying, hi Sarah, love what you said about the word healing. Would be great if you gave us a list of concepts or words or things we could contemplate upon.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Look, I hear in my guidebook, because, my 4 years, I tried to put them, I didn't write about my personal, it's not a biography, it's about the juice, what I got in these 4 years, and open the eye, it's the eye of all eyes. Okay, because why eyes? We have so many eyes. We have the eye that belongs to the body. We have the eye that belongs to the mind, and we have the eye that belongs to the universe. And we have to open the eye of these 3 eyes, should make sure that we are aligned. And this is the real task that we have to be busy doing. Okay, so first exercise and that I did myself is creating my own dictionary. And I recommend it in every single talk I do. When we say I am, it has to understand. When I say I, you have to realize, when I say I'm happy, is it the mom in me that she's happy, or is the business manager that she's happy? We have to understand the eyes. It starts with defining the body. When you say my body, what do you see? This is a concept. When you say my body, is different than when Ira say my body. For you, maybe you don't see a body, we just use the word. Most of us, we don't feel. Well, now, because I did this as exercise, when I eat and say this is entering my body, I see my whole digestive system. I see my nervous system. I see my endocrine system. For me, I learned the anatomy because I had to define the body. What is the body? Okay, this is a concept. When we say my body, it's healthy for my body. You have to sit and find, what do you understand, and what is the best understanding of the word body is for you. So body, mind, and life. We start with this. Very important, because we use them all the time. Oh, my life is hard. They don't know what life is. We say this many times. And if you ask the person saying my life is hard, okay, hard compared to what? What is life? What life are you talking about? Is this life, yesterday's life, tomorrow's life? What life? We don't understand. We use words. And now with the neuro-linguistic programming, there are experiences and experiments showing that the power of the word is the most important thing, because it's a vibration. When we see my house, okay, how many houses you had? Many houses. But when you say my house, you mean something else. You have to dig and understand. The understanding of having my house, my family, my husband, marriage, motherhood. These are concepts. I have a list. I have created a list of very important things that we have to understand. But to start with, body, mind, life. Whether you talk about happy, what's happiness? Success, failure? Because we hear a lot of YouTube now, videos, social media, mainstream media talking about things like how to be successful. And we don't understand what successful is. The success that they are talking about maybe does not mean anything to me. It's not the success I'm seeking. And here, very important. Very important to have this clarity about ourselves. So now, because I did my homework about this, so when I hear, like people sometimes talking about success, I laugh and I said, "This okay, that's fine. It's their success. Does not mean anything to me. I don't relate, because I know what success they talk about, what success means to me. I don't care about a lot the others. Not that I don't care, but I don't have to worry about the meaning of success to them. I have to make sure that I understand the word success and for myself. So I use it. When I say I'm happy, I should be able to determine what happiness is for me. What is it? When am I happy? If what? Okay. Life is hard. My life is hard compared to what? To Sarah's life or your mother's life? Or what do you mean? When you do this exercise and then you go to sit with people, it's gonna be a funny first feelings and emotions, because you sit and now you start understanding that, oh my God, it's like people are talking, but nobody is like, there's no real communication. It's just using words, and sometimes people, they fight and argue on topics. But if you come and ask them about the meaning of the word, what do they mean by this? What is their understanding, exact understanding about this word? They don't know it. And it started with God for me. When I was at very early age, they start telling you God, God, God. Everything you ask about, it's God, God, God. And it's like, what is God? Everybody's talking about God, but I don't see the same God, like my dad talking about that the God that my dad is talking about is not the same God that like the neighbor is talking about, than the religious man is talking about. So I start realizing that, oh, this is not the same God. And then you ask them and they tell you there is one God, and it's like, oh, I still remember very well this dilemma and this confusion that I had. And that's why I said, okay, this is where I started my journey, checking who is God. What is this thing that every single person talk about it and are scared of? And they, it's not the same. Everyone talk about God, but if you go and try to understand what they mean, or their definition about God is always different than the other person. So I said, oh, then I have to do my own definition. Then I have to find my understanding, my definition for God. And this is how I started digging and understanding. When I say spirituality, it's my understanding. It's a concept. Spirituality for me is not like spirituality for you. We're not saying there's no right and wrong, but it's how what's your understanding, what serves you with this concept. Okay, so this is highly, highly recommended. So these words very important. We can, if you like, send it to them or put it on a list. I have a list of one of the exercise that I always recommend. Create your own dictionary with the basic concepts that are determining our daily life. Okay, and we don't spend time understanding them. And I have a second exercise now. I want to just let you share it with you. Very simple one. I love it. I did it for years. Just here, I put it so I don't forget it, which is calling your name. Okay. So here, this also create, most of the time, we try to seek relationships or seek fulfillment, seek love, seek joy. But I think we have to first seek good relationship with ourselves now. Like, we can sit in a calm place and relax, take deep breath, and start softly repeating our first name, like Sara, 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 Sara. And look, every time I do it, because I know where it's gonna lead, I have goosebumps. Okay, we have to do this, because this vibration of your name, it's the vibration though, it's linked to our inner. Okay, the minute we're born, we have this name in this lifetime. And we got this so much distracted that we don't create this bonding. And it's good by calling ourselves, you know, how you wake up your kid or your brother by just calling them, okay? Wake, you know, Ghadi, 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 he wakes up, okay? So it's good. It's a good exercise, like helping yourself to giving all your attention, trying to wake yourself up and create this deep bonding with Ira, with Sara. And this is why I call myself, I'm meeting with Sara. I sat with Sara. I like to call this, not because I don't know my name or who I am, but it's direct, you know, like no confusion. I'm telling you, like looking into the eyes, say, look, I'm sitting with you. I'm calling you, wake up. I know you. I want to be with you. You know, this is very good affirmation. And if you do it, you're going to see the vibration of your name. How is changing your vibration of the body, of your spirit. It's very nice exercise, very simple. You can do it anytime, anywhere. And it helps you to awaken your real self, your inner, and you practice it as much as you want and see the difference. With time, when you say your name, you're gonna feel something else.
Sure, I'm already having goosebumps because all that's coming to me is that connection you have with your higher self, with that aspect of you, or all those aspects of you. You are just calling them into align. All the eyes that you talked about. Yeah, it's very interesting actually. It's very interesting to practice this, and as you said, it's simple, and spirituality is in its simplicity.
Yeah, this is my also message. Don't complicate things. Don't think that to feel good or happy or joy you have to go dig in ancient books only. I do this because I love it, because I enjoy it. I don't do it because I have to or I'm searching for something somewhere. No, everything is with you, inside of you. Just relax and be simple in the approach. Life is already a complex system. We don't have to complicate it, okay? Complex is different than complicated, guys. So we don't have to complicate it. We have to just be simple, watch, and spend as much time as possible with ourselves. And I don't want to talk about my experience a lot because I've been talking about it in previous interviews, but the only change, the deep, real change that happened to me is the time I started spending time with Sara. Meeting Sara, like in any organization and corporation. If you know, guys, most of you work now, and I'm sure you can relate with this. Every week, you have a weekly meeting, team meeting every other day. You have to meet with the top management on a weekly basis. So do you think they are doing this by like just to waste time? No. Meeting is very important. And if you apply this to your life, to yourself, meeting yourself on a weekly basis, if not daily basis, that's enough. You can start with this. And because you're going to fall in love with this team member that you have already within, you're going to be looking forward to meet every day. So start with a weekly meeting.
Me, myself, yourself. And I, the big team running this business, and we are the boss of it. So yeah, so realizing that yes, we are all lightpreneurs. We are all here to shed our light and share our light, and realize that living this human experience and appreciating it and be the bosses of it. You know, it's very important. We are.
Yes, we are. We are our, even guys, even if you have a boss, but as I always say, a real boss does not have a boss. So if you look around, you see all the time a boss has a boss on top. So he's not a boss. The only way you can be a boss is when you have the freedom of choice and choose what you want to feel, choose your emotions. Every day, Do you think I don't have problems? Do you think I don't have struggles sometimes? Like, this is the normal game of life. We cannot avoid this. We should always be looking for, but I always have the choice to choose to feel bad, to feel good, to feel down, to feel it as a punishment, or to feel it as an experience, to feel it as an opportunity for me to grow, to learn new skills, or to feel it like, oh, the life is against me. We have every single day, we have choices, and the only boss, only the boss can do the right choices, and you are the boss because you have the choice. Whenever you have a choice, you are the boss. Whenever somebody is forcing you to do something, you're not a boss. Okay, so I am the boss about when I want to eat something healthy for me, and I have the choice to eat a salad or a sausage, a canned sausage, or whatever this shit. So I have if somebody is forcing me to eat it, then I'm not a boss. Okay, but I have the choice to eat this or this, and then I have to choose. Then I'm a boss. And here again, based on your choices, your life takes shape. So you eat the sausage. I'm not telling you not to eat sausage. I'm not telling you not to eat salad. You choose. You see what serves you. Is it serving you? Is it making you healthier, joyful? Keep eating it, regardless. Call it whatever. But it does not serve you, and you keep complaining, and you keep eating it, then sorry, you're not a boss, and apparently you still don't have the skills and the right qualities to be a boss. And this is not a dead end. This we can learn. We're not born like this. We all learn somewhere, right? Ira, how much time you're spending learning, working on yourself, and shaping it up. This is a non-stop ongoing process. So yeah, we're blessed. I think it's a benevolent universe, as I always say, and it's a fact. It's not a spiritual opinion. It's a fact. It's a benevolent universe. We have freedom of choice in every single second, and use it.
And
take
today
advantage
we've
of
learned.
it.
Today we've learned to make choices aligned to our spirituality and calling up the abundance we deserve. Actually,
Of
we
course.
deserve to live in abundance. Yeah, and it is coming our way as long as we just make the right choices for it.
Absolutely. And we're like, there is a law. I love the Newtonian law, which is nothing is created, nothing is lost, all will transform. So everything transforms, and we have everything. The abundance is there, everything is there. We have everything. Like we are in a garden with all kind of options. It's up to you what to pick. All right, just open your eyes, make sure to have the clarity, and this is why we have to work on the clarity, the concept. When I say healthy, what is healthy? So now when you understand the word healthy, when you understand the word body, in your opinion, the concept, so your choices definitely are gonna be better and help you balance and go into the really steady direction.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you for
your
sharing.
Last tip I want to leave you guys with, and I want you all to start learning and Googling, because now in university, I don't know, I have master's degree in environmental sciences and nobody taught me this. And I've been working for 20 years. I've been doing a lot of trainings at all levels. Nobody taught me about universal laws. And guys, don't ever accept to live a day without understanding the universal laws, because you know why? If you don't do this, it's like you're driving a car without knowing the traffic laws. If you don't know the traffic laws, you're gonna be having accidents nonstop. You're gonna getting tickets nonstop. You're gonna be always in deep shit sometimes. So universal laws for me is a must. Google it. I'm not gonna talk about it. Go to Google, write universal laws and learn about it. See how the universe functions. There are laws that are dominating us, and if we understand it, we know how to drive safely and we respect the laws, we are fine, happy, no problem. That's it.
This is you know, my night project tonight. Just go digging on Google for the universal laws. Actually, it makes sense because we are this whole universe in ecstatic motion, and we are just have to understand it to live it.
Of course, there are, the gravity. We have, the gravity law. The magnitude law. But there are universal laws. There are 7 basic universal laws. If we know them, this is what determine our life. Because we know gravity, like that it's gonna fall down. You cannot put a vase like this. Because the gravity law, you cannot hang a vase like this. It's gonna fall down and break. So you find a place where you can put it on. So because the gravity law, it helps you run a safe life. If you don't, and there are other 7 laws: the polarity law, the mental law, the rhythm law, cause and effect. 7 laws. Go Google it, spend time on it. They are they dictate our life. It's not a joke, okay? Because you live in a country, when you move to a country, the first thing you do is understanding the laws. So you don't want to breach the laws, so you don't want to be in trouble. If you don't do this, you're gonna be in trouble, right? There is the tax law, the traffic law, the judiciary law, the financial laws, right? This is the basic we all do. But we live in a universe that has bigger, more powerful, most powerful laws on ever. We have to learn them. And this made all shifted my approach in running my life, because it's a law. Whether I like it or not, it's a law. It's gonna apply.
And these laws are just put by the universe. They're by the highest wisdom and consciousness and intelligence. They're not just run by simple people. So may as well tap into that, and
nobody can breach them, because the perfection of the universe. So very, very strict laws. So when I say it's a law, it's a law. There's no police here to negotiate. So it's gonna be either you're by the law or you're against the law.
Then we're gonna be by the law and create this abundant life that we deserve and live it to the fullest.
Yeah.
Today's the day we just say, I'm ready to shift my life, to shift all the timelines, and to shift the whole concept of me being alive. That's a wonderful. Thank you so much, Sara, for this insightful session. Thank you for everybody who watched on Facebook and shared their comment. There's a lot of love showered on us there, with a lot of folded hands. And it seems that your talks have reached that space within us that's needed the affirmation that yes, there is a universal law that it's protecting us as long as we understand this concept and we live by it. Thank you so much, Sara, and beautiful family. I will see you tomorrow on day 5 of our Cosmic Activation Retreat, and it's been an incredible, humbling journey. And together we shine brighter because we are all the light.
Thank you so much.